Hello, my crafty friends. I'm making a video today about how I'm going to make a journal cover for my Painty papers that I got in the Painty paper swaps. I've been in 2 Painty paper swaps. Well, I've been in 3, but two lately, and those are the ones that I'm working on covers for right now. And so I've got this Painty paper that I did on my jelly plate. This was where I wiped off the borders around my pages, and I thought it turned out to a cool paper. And this is what I'm going to use for the back. And I'm going to put this on a cereal box to make my cover, because when you let's just do it. When you open up this size cereal box and you cut off all of these borders around here and just leave these 3 panels, it's almost the perfect size for a Painty paper journal. So I've already done that. So let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this. So now the thing to do is to get it on here, and then we will fold it, and this will be our journal cover. So should be pretty easy, but it just about perfectly fits these pages. So so I'm excited about that. That's going to work nicely. My plan is to put 6 signatures from 6 swap partners in each one. And so I'm going to make 3, 2 for the swap I did in Aunt Beck's group, and then 1 for the swap I did in my group. And so we're going to start by putting this together. And what I'm planning to do, I'm going to try it 2 different ways. I'm going to do one with Yes Paste, and then I'm going to, if that works really great, I may do the second one that way. But I'm also thinking about using score tape on one just to see how that will work. I'm going to make the third one with this. It's a Tyvek envelope that Rose McGuinn sent me my birthday gift in, and I thought it was really pretty. And so my plan is to use this for the third one. And I know that this isn't going to tear and stuff, when it's on this bend. And sometimes when I glue papers down and I bend them, then it tears. And but I haven't done it with Yes Paste before, so I'm going to try it with Yes Paste and see how that works. And if that works great, then super. If it doesn't, then I'll try the score tape. So that's kind of my plan. But we're going to start with Yes Paste, and I have somewhere, I know I had one. There it is. I have a card, and that's how I'm going to put it down. If I can get this open. Oh, my daughter used it to make a book, and she didn't clean it off before she shut it like I do. To be fair, I didn't tell her how I do it. So I can't complain, can I? Or I shouldn't complain. Let's put it that way. I am going to try to clean this off a little bit before we get started here. Guess I should have turned off my camera for this part so you don't have to watch me cleaning up the Yes Paste, but a baby wipe does a pretty good job of cleaning this up. It may not with everything, but it does pretty good with the Yes Paste as far as getting it off of this jar so that you can shut the jar again without gluing it shut. I don't know what we would do without the baby wipes. Okay. So I'm going to move all this stuff down here out of the way, so maybe I don't make a mess. We'll see. And I'm just going to bring some of this Yes Paste on my card, and that is being an annoyance. Let's turn this around. It won't bother me so much if it's up there. And you want to make sure you cover the whole thing, but you don't want to use a thick layer. You want it to be kind of a thin layer, but a full layer. I'm going ahead and doing the whole thing at once because I'm just going to lay it right down on top of that paper. So I need to have the Yes Paste all over the whole thing before I lay it down. I think I got too much. Spread a little bit of this back over here in case I took off too much over there. Okay, now then, this you need to just get rid of because it's you can't get that Yes Paste off and use it. You need to just let it go, let it go. Okay. I'm going to try to kind of center this. And press it down really good. Okay, now we're going to fold it so that hopefully it will not crack when it dries. See? That's not good. Well, I know I put enough Yes Paste there. Okay. And I'm just going to leave this one like this and set it down somewhere and let it kind of dry. It still acts like it's not completely glued down right there, but I can't change it now, so I'm just going to leave it, let it sit over there, and we'll work on a second one. And that was fast and easy, so I think I'm going to do it again. Here. And I've got another one that I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, here's my card. I'm going to pay a little bit better attention right here and see if, because I really thought I had put plenty there, but okay, that's probably going to be way more than enough. It slides a lot more on this wax paper than it did on the parchment paper. So note to self, use parchment paper. Wax paper makes it hard to deal with. think I worked a little too hard at making my layer thin where it bent, and so I'm not going to work that hard at making it thin right there this time. We're going to worry about thinness in other places. Okay. Let's move that out of the way and bring this up. Okay. If this is, yeah, I think this one's better. All right, but once again, we want to let this dry like this. So I'm going to set it aside and we'll work on our third one. Okay. Okay, I need to glue something over the addresses on this side of this envelope. So I have to decide what I'm going to put on it. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to glue something down over the top of this, and then I'll come back and we'll... Okay, I painted out our addresses, but I used a lot more paint and stuff than I intended to, so I need to let this dry. So we're going to wait on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and work on these others. They're not completely dry, but I think they'll be dry enough to do what we need to do. What we're going to do is just fold in the top and the bottom. And then we're going to fold in the sides. And then we're going to cut off maybe should take a little bit more. We don't want to go completely to the cardboard, but you want to get pretty close. Okay. Now then, we're going to start with this edge. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more Yes paste. I forgot to put my wax paper down, so I better be careful. Okay. Now we're going to fold this in really good. And then we're going to bend this. And you can see how it didn't want to stay put when we bent that, which is one of the reasons why you bend it while it's, before you're through with it. Okay, now we're going to come around here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to stick some more down under here because it didn't get really good right at the edges. Okay, and now we're going to fold this really good. And then we're going to fold it up and tuck it down. We want those to stay tucked when it folds. Okay. And now we're going to do this one just like that. Make sure we get some paste in the corners. Okay, and then we're going to tuck that down. Okay, so far so good. And we're going to fold this one. Easy peasy. Okay, now we're going to set this back over there and let it continue to dry. And then we'll come back later and put in an inside to it. Make sure I didn't get, I don't want to mess up the outside, so. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to fold it up before we put the glue on it. And let's go ahead and do this. And then we're going to fold this one. Same thing, real snug. Okay. And now we're going to fold the ends here. And the ends here. Alright. And get all these. Ooh, I don't want to put it on, mess up my flower up there. Let's put these over here. Okay. We're going to cut this one just like we did the other one. Alright. And we're going to fold this up. And when we fold this in, we just tuck there. Fold here and tuck there. Make sure it'll stay put. Okay. And now we're going to do this side. Make sure that's tucked good. I want that corner tucked real good and have glue on it. And I keep pulling at my edges. That's not a good thing. Okay. right here, this needs to be cleaned up. If you do it right away, of course, this is not paper that's down here, and that makes a difference too. This is a vinyl wallpaper that I've got under here, and stuff will clean off of it that wouldn't clean off of paper. So don't try that at home unless you've got something like that down. Okay, and there's this one. And now we're going to set it over here and let it finish drying too. Let's see if this is dry yet. No, that's not dry yet. Okay. Well, let's get this first one back out and go ahead and stick a piece of paper in there. Let's see. Now these are just happen to be 8.5 by 14, and they just happen to work perfect for this to fit inside this. So that was serendipitous. I kind of wish this was painted on the edges, but I guess I can paint over it once I get it glued in. Okay, let's just set that over there, leave it in that position, make it a lot easier when the time comes. If I'm always setting it aside in a folded position, then I know it's going to dry in the right position. Okay. I said I was going to use parchment paper, didn't I? Because of this. But I forgot. Good grief. That. Okay, I'm going to turn this whole thing around because I'm left-handed, so I work better from this side. Let me pause a second. Okay, while my daughter was asking her question, I went ahead and finished putting the yes paste on here. So now I'm just going to take it and just do the best I can to lay it down. I need another card. Here we go. Don't use the one with yes paste on it. Now fold it, tuck it under here, tuck it there. What do you need? Just a minute. Okay. These are trying to come unglued there, so we're going to fold it up and let it sit like this. If we have to add some more glue, we will. Be back. Okay, sorry for the interruptions. All right, there's the finished inside of this one. And we're going to set it aside and leave it folded like this and let it dry in place. I'm trying to make sure I've got this tucked down when it's folded so that when that glue dries, it'll stay put. I think they're going to be pretty. Haven't decided. I think this probably will be my front. I love those dots. Can you see those? Isn't that cute? Oh, well, they're all the same on the back, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we got one more to do. And this is the paper that I'm going to put into this one. Alrighty. So let's, I'm gonna get a new one. It's just better to be safe. This time I'm gonna get parchment paper like I was supposed to last time. Oh goodness. All right, where did I put the parchment paper? I know I have some. Oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna put our glue on this side. Okay. I've been getting it out of the middle, and so the sides are building up on the sides. I probably got too much this time. I was trying to get it all at once instead of having to keep digging in there. So that may have been a mistake. Okay, let's turn it around. Okay. All right, I think this is the top. So we're going to put it in here. Go straight down the center first. Fold it up. Fold it up. And then I'm going to do it to the sides like this. I think that'll work better than doing it all flat and then folding it up. We will see if it'll be any better or not. Oh no, see, that didn't work. Okay, it's just going to be bunchy. That's just what it does. Okay. Luckily, that bunchy stuff in the middle there will be behind my signatures. Okay, here's this. Okay. And I'm going to set it over here to dry too. And let's look at this again, see if it's dry. And it's not. It's not. But I will show you something. There's a seam on the back. And so that's where I'm going to cut it. So that the piece we have to work with looks like this. I think that's going to make a pretty journal cover. And our piece of paper comes like this, so I think it'll work good. But I gotta let that dry some more before we do this one. So you won't get to see this one. I'll show it to you sometime when it's finished. I am going to show you how I'm planning to do the put the signatures in. I may sometime come back and sew them all in, but for right now I'm going to put them in with elastic. I've got these with, I left their name, and then I covered up the addresses. And so I'm going to take, this one is Becky McCauley's. I'm going to take it out here. Good. And I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit off this side. And then I'm just going to open it up here. Come on. Okay, and this will be my signature. I think it was Maridelle Abrams who came up with the idea of leaving the envelope in there to be the cover of your signature, so you can remember whose papers these are, and I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to incorporate it, and these are folded individually, so I'm going to go ahead and make them into a signature. I love these Painty papers. Whoops. Oh, isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make this one. Let's see if we can. We'll make it into a pocket. And it's going to stick out a little bit. Not sure how to combat that. I may fold this side in and make a tuck spot since it's kind of torn right there. And then fold it where this is half instead of in the middle. So that'll be a pretty center. And it may be better not to be in the center because then it'll have other pages to support it. So let's move it here. There we go. And there's the center. But I think I want Painty papers for my center, so I'm going to refold this the other direction, which is fine because it goes great with that page. So there we go. And there's this one. And let's make sure it's going to fit, and it will. Okay. And that's how I'm going to make all my signatures, just like this. And then I think I'm going to, I can't decide whether to sew them together. When you do that, you kind of commit them to being used in journal form. And if you leave them like this with elastic, then you're giving yourself the chance to take them out and make it like a flow book where you can use it for other things if you want. And I don't think I want to commit yet to leaving them in journal form because some of them might be perfect for another project I'm on. Not right at the moment. I don't have anything in mind, but something could come up. So let me get some elastic and let's make an elastic band for that one. I have these colors of elastic, which I think will go fine with my book cover. Let me get this glue off my hands. Okay. Now then, like I said, this may end up being temporary. So what I'm going to do is just run this elastic through here. And cut it like that. So that gives me room to tie. Tie my elastic like this. Now then, I'm going to take that knot and move it to the inside. And then I'm going to put these papers in there, just like that. So, might need to tighten it a little more. We'll see how it looks. And I'm just going to continue to do that until I get them all in here. So I will do that, and I'll come back and show you the final product for this one. Okay, here are my 3 Painty paper books. These 2 are from Aunt Beck's swap. This is from the swap in my group. And they're just put together with bands. I've got an extra band on here because I still need to put one more in here. I may end up having to make a different one that's fatter. We swapped more papers in this group than we did in this one because we swapped with less people. But here's these. And so you can just look through them. Each person's is in their envelope. And that makes it a lot of fun to get to look through them. I'm not going to, this video is already long enough. I'm not going to go through it and make you look at all the papers. But maybe one of these days I'll just do a flip through of all my Painty paper books from these 2 swaps. But I'm so glad to have them in books. So thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed day.